Hey guys, so thank you both for your time today. This question will be more from both of you guys. Just want to talk on the topic of like JUCO athletes. It seems like their road to the NFL and getting and drafted seems to be more longer than your highly ranked D1 athletes. Defensive back D'Andre Blue-Eli by way of Millersville University has recently declared for the draft last year. How do you feel like these guys that are JUCO products, like their talent stacks up against these highly ranked players as far as getting drafted and playing in the league?
Yeah, I think, you hear this a lot. I live in an area of the country in Southwest Missouri that's just dominated by JUCOs. The Kansas Community College system is full of players who go on to be Division I athletes, who go on to be first-round draft picks. So I think the saying that if you have talent, the NFL will find you is truer today than it's ever been. Whether it be through social media or YouTube or whatever it is, like there's an ability to see players that when I started in this industry in 2010, you would never be able to find some of the guys that we're exposed to now. So I think that's one of the blessings of social media is you can have a D2 or D3 or JUCO coach get in your DMs and say, hey, I've got a player you got to check out. Or you might see, someone else in this industry interview a player or spotlight a player, and that helps put them on your radar. So I think, for the JUCO athlete, it's easier now than it's ever been to have a pathway to leveling up to a D1 or D2 and then leveling up from there, getting on the radar of NFL teams. I think if you have the traits, you're going to get an opportunity. Again, coming where I'm from, we have even quite a few D2 players who are now in the NFL, and it wasn't because they had fantastic production in college. It was because they were great athletes. Dallas Flowers, who's a corner for the Indianapolis Colts, is the product of Pittsburgh State, which is pretty close to me. And he's a guy who you could tell he was just the best athlete on the field every time they played. Didn't have the greatest technique, didn't have the greatest production, but he hit all the measurables. He hit every single metric, and he has a chance to start this year for Indy as I think a second-year player. So I think if you've got the tools, you're going to get found.